Hello, this is Thad Odell. Actually, got my picture showing this time. Normally, I don't include the picture just so at least you get a look at me and realize that there's a person behind this course, because it's easy to, when you're taking an online course, just think that it's you and the computer. But there is a person that's putting all this stuff on the computer, and you actually have a bunch of other people that are taking the class with you. So it's good to keep that in mind, that if you go and look at the people section, there's all the people that are taking, well, you can't see them yet, but there's all the people that you're taking, that are taking this course with you. So, in fact, some of them even have pictures in there for you. So it's good to know that different people are involved in this class. So if I go back to home, I just wanted to give this is a video kind of orienting you to the class. At this point in a week, you've had enough time to kind of bump around to possibly have some questions and maybe get lost in Canvas. So this will orient you to where things are in Canvas, but also talk a little bit about what it takes to be successful in this class. So, of course, the syllabus is important to read. You should read that, and definitely send me any questions. I've got a couple of questions on it. So it would be, make sure you do that if you haven't done that already. The textbook and online homework is very important. So if you click on this, it takes you to that page, and this is where you buy the textbook. The $45 one is the only one that's required because you have to have access to the online homework. And of course, the ebook comes with it. These other ones, if you'd like to have a book in hand, they come with the ebook and the online homework access. They just cost a little more because you're getting a physical book also. So once you've bought it at this page here, the xyztextbooks.com, then you go to this page here, and it takes you to the login page. And here, if you haven't registered, you register as a new student, and that's where you would put in the course ID number that's listed at the bottom of that last page. So once you've entered that, then you have access to the class, and then you would go to the login button, and of course, this populates my ID, my information, because I have that on my computer. So then once you get in, yours would probably only have one item in this list, although, and yours would say courses you're taking. Actually, it'd be, you'd have this category down here. This box here would be empty. This box would have my class in it. And if you had me last quarter, you'd probably still have the 141 in there too. So what you're going to do is click on your Math 141 and you roll in there, and this is possibly what you see. Now, you may have already adjusted your settings so it looks differently. So I think it's helpful to just go to the calendar, because that shows you what's coming up. Right now, this green one is only you can see. These are grayed out right now on mine because I haven't made them visible to you yet. So, and so those are some homeworks that are coming up. There'll be some quizzes on here. So, and everything that will be coming up will show up on the calendar. So if you're wanting to get started on your homework, you can click on this page and go to homework. And of course, there's the homework. So a lot of you have already begun on this, so you know what that looks like. If you haven't, you need to get busy and get down there and take a look at it. So that's the homework piece. So I'm going to close out of that, probably log out first. It's a good idea. And then close out of that and go back to my, if I go back home on my Canvas page. So we talked about homework, and YouTube is where I'm housing all of my teaching videos, although for this class, I will be putting the teaching videos in where they belong in the module. So you would never really have to go to YouTube. But if you wanted to, you can go to my YouTube channel, and you would see, this actually takes you right to the 142 trigonometry playlist. But of course, you can access I have other things in there right now. Other playlists. I have a 141 playlist, and I have a 151 playlist, etc. And it's growing because I'm adding to it. So right now, here are some videos that are in there. So these have not been placed in Canvas yet, or not all of them has, but these are some upcoming videos that we'll possibly be using. Okay, if that makes sense. So that's what that looks like. Close that out, and that's a good resource for you. The modules. Oh, by the way, while we're here, the discussion, I'm going to talk about that for just a second. There is a discussion that's due tonight. No, is it tonight? No, it's tomorrow night. Sorry, tomorrow night. This is Thursday, right? So Friday night, that the discussion closes. It's worth 5 points. You just have to get in there and talk about your expectations for the class, and just introduce yourself a little bit. This is a good chance for you to get to know some of the other students. So my expectation is you would post something and then respond to someone else's post in an intelligent and polite way. And that's what it takes to get the 5 points. Okay. So then we go to the modules. This is how my class is organized. Notice there's the Math 142 headquarters. This has some basic things that are happening. There's the syllabus. There's a link to the discussion that's worth 5 points. And there is the, that says April 11th. That's interesting. Okay. There's the information about the online textbook, and that's just that page we just came from. So here's the first module. It says trig functions, and notice right now all you see is homework 1. Oh, no wonder I'm in the wrong class, I bet. Yeah, I think I'm into 142 instead of 142 online. No. There we go. I don't even have the, let's put the discussion in there so you can see it. Okay, I didn't see the discussion. There we go. Aha. There we go. 5 points due April 6th. Now we're in the right place. So there's the Math 142 headquarters. And of course, what we're doing right now is the trig functions module. And there's the teaching videos that I talked about. So if you haven't watched those yet, you definitely should watch them. There's 2 of them in there right now. This is getting to know your angles. And this is arc length and area of a sector, which is basically what that first homework is about. Angles and area of sector. So go back out. And then you can see down here there's more things coming up from the angle quiz, homework 2, take-home quiz, basic graph quiz. A lot of stuff going on down here. Down here you can see some worksheets, practice and stuff. So the way my class works is the expectation is that you'd watch the teaching videos. That's where you're going to get your learning, your access to information. You can definitely go to other YouTube videos. There's the Math TV videos that are embedded in the homework. There's a lot of different resources you can look at to access the information. But my suggestion is the best way to start is to watch all the teaching videos that apply to the homework, and maybe take notes, maybe watch them a couple times if you need to till you feel like you have an understanding. Then you would either go start the homework, or if I have some worksheets that go along with the videos, you might try the worksheets first because those aren't worth points and they are a good way to practice and without having any penalty, without getting frustrated, because I think if you're working on the online homework and getting them consistently wrong, that can add frustration, and then we're not thinking clearly when we get frustrated. So, but right now I don't have any worksheets available, but as you see, as we get down there, we get more complicated things. Notice we've got, notice there's a graphing practice with the solution. Graphing, there's a sinusoidal curve setting with the solution. And so as we get deeper into this, you'll see more and more of those things. I strongly recommend you try your hand at the worksheet, either before you go to the homework, or if you go to the homework and you're having some trouble, come back to it. Or if you complete the homework, no problem. I would still suggest you come back to these because you're going to get a deeper understanding of the material by working through the worksheets. The other thing about the worksheets that's really helpful is that those are written by me. XYZ homework is written by someone else. So the worksheets are going to be more like what the midterm and the final will look like, because I write the midterm and final. So these are very, very valuable. Both the worksheets and the take-home quizzes that you're going to see, those are very valuable for preparing for the midterm and final, which are worth 200 points apiece and have a major impact on your grade. One of the problems with online classes is you strum along doing the homework, everything's going pretty nicely, but as we all know, it's easy to get homework done without completely understanding the concepts. And then you take the first midterm and you bomb it. That's happened numerous times. And then you set yourself, then of course, then you got to figure out what to do, right? So these worksheets and the take-home quizzes are hopefully help you prevent that, because if you don't understand, if you can get the homework done but don't understand the worksheets, that means you're missing part of your understanding to be successful. Okay, I'll emphasize right now that when you go to your Canvas, you won't see all this because they're not published. You can tell by this little symbol here, but these will start showing up real quick here. Okay, so there's a quick rundown of the Canvas. Definitely, if this video produces any questions, please email me. The other thing I wanted to point out, if we go to the syllabus here. Sorry, this is taking a delay. Actually, you can see it right there, can't you? So if you look at the syllabus, it says that I have office hours are by appointment. I don't do that to be formal and kind of like you have to make an appointment to meet with me. I don't like putting office hours in there because I've found that people can hardly ever meet at the time that I put there. And I'm really open to meeting with you anytime I'm in my office. So I just say by appointment, just meaning that give me a call if you want to come in, or shoot me an email and ask me when I'm going to be in my office. Because anytime I'm in my office, I'm happy to meet with you. So if you're thinking you want to come by on a Friday and meet with me, or on a Thursday or whatever, just send me an email the day before and say, hey, I'm going to be on campus between the hours of 10 and 2. Is there some time I can meet with you? And we can set up a time to meet. That definitely, I think, is a good idea because in an online class, you're just watching videos and doing stuff. It's easy to kind of fool yourself into thinking, I've got this all figured out. And often just with a quick check-in with me, I can help you determine whether you truly are getting what you need out of the class, or you actually need a little help and maybe have some misconceptions here or there. So, I would encourage you to, before you get too far in the class, to check in with me. All right. So I think I've said, one other thing. I discovered there's an app in the Canvas that allows me to have basically virtual office hours. And so I'm going to try to figure that system out and set up. And in that case, I would announce to the class that I'm going to be online at this time, and you could come in and basically log in to kind of like they used to have the chat rooms. I think that's not really popular anymore, but at one point, maybe some of you are old enough to remember that, and maybe they still do it, I don't know. Basically set up a math chat room, and so you can log in and ask me questions, and I can answer them by writing on my screen, and you can see the writing and hear my voice and things like that. So I'm going to try that at some point. I'll alert the class through an email, and it'd be beneficial if at least a few of you logged in so I could test it out and see how well it works. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And please, if you're having any questions, if there's something in the videos that you don't understand, feel free to send me an email real quick, and I can clarify, or I can even, if there's something in the homework that's not going well for you and you feel like I didn't cover it well enough in the videos, send me an email and I could possibly make another video or point you where to look in one of the videos that I've already created. So, all right. And I think with that, I'll end this video.